Good evening, everybody. Welcome to STSPN and high school boys lacrosse, Snohomish and Glacier Peak. We're going to get underway here in just a moment. Lights are temporarily out. We're waiting for the national anthem, which you hear now. We'll be back with the face-off and more.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, STSPN Veterans Memorial Stadium for high school boys lacrosse. It's the Glacier Peak Grizzlies and the Snohomish Panthers. We're trying to get set. As you can see out, the lights have not been turned on yet on actually a very beautiful March evening here. Scott Oshman joins along with Michael Scheidler. Michael, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Alumnus GP, but you're not going to not show your colors here tonight.
No.
You're now a college guy, right?
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
college lacrosse player.
Yeah. I can be impartial. I played for both. My freshman year I played for Snohomish, but I can be impartial to both.
And I know I will test anybody watching, listening. Michael was down chit-chatting with all the Snohomish guys, Snohomish coaches. Like you were a man of the people down there.
Yeah. I know a bunch of these guys. Like when I was a senior, these guys were all young, coming to our games.
So tonight, on its third year, or depending who you talk to, for Snohomish Panthers, Dylan Hummel, technically I guess it's fourth year for the COVID year or what have you, but we got a chance to talk to him. They went to a tournament in Idaho, got to play some big teams there.
Yeah.
He feels pretty good, although he's missing a couple key kids. One guy's sick, the other kid has an injury, so that could be interesting, but he feels good about the program.
Yeah, I think good time will tell throughout this game about how they're going to play out. I think it'll probably tell when the game gets a little bit closer because those guys are they know how this environment is. They're the big game players, and I'm excited to see how Snohomish has handled this pressure.
And in goal for Snohomish, Nathan Castillo, who's got a ton of minutes, he feels real good about between the pipes, which is always key. And he's got some big shoes to fill, but he likes his offense. He spreads it. It's not just one guy. And so Dylan, I think, has done a great job, and he's excited about these games. He thinks it's going to be a very good competitive matchup.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Watching them in warm-ups, he looks really good. He looks on it. He looks ready to go.
And for Glacier Peak, head coach Michael Rexroad, well, he's on holiday. No, I don't know where he is. He's not here, but he's tending to something apparently. So Nick Gregory, who's been around the program for 3 years, is the head coach tonight for Glacier Peak. Now, they have to fill a lot. There's a vacuum there. They had, some big guns. They took them to the quarterfinal, state final last year.
Lost by 1 to Issaquah.
Yes. And the Eagles went on to the championship, of course. They got beat by Skyline. But talk about what Nick Gregory talked about.
He's talking about how that last year's was a lot more a round rider and that this year's is more anybody can score. It's a much more complete and total offense, which I actually think will be a lot better for this team, especially later on in the game because they're not reliant on one guy and the defense can't shut down one guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be more about how the offense moves, how it flows, and that not one guy gets cold, another guy's hot, and they're still going.
Right. It'll be interesting, as you talked about, the offense that Glacier Peak runs is a pretty college-type offense. It's not your run-of-the-mill high school offense.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a challenge, doesn't it? I mean, you played in that system your last year, right?
Yeah. Like, their offense it's a pretty complex if it's performed really well. I think it'll be really good. I think it'll probably give Snohomish a little bit of fits in the beginning. But I think if they can slide pretty well, keep the communication up, I could see this being a really tight game even with their offense.
Well, we'll see. It always tests the defensive, and again, between the pipes for GP is Gabe Vitale, who's a starter last year. He's played big minutes. He's played in big games. That just talk about the confidence when you know you got a kid back there who's just he's not bothered. He's super comfortable. He understands the defense players. Yeah. Talk about that when you have somebody in the pipes, between the pipes like that.
Well, I also think it gives the defense confidence that they're going to play better, that this kid he's a little bit older. He feels good. Watching him in warm-ups, the way he talks to his defense, he is in command. He is ready to go, and the defense will back him up all the way. I think an experienced goalie can make or break a game like this.
Yeah, and it's sometimes the goalies, they're like quarterbacks, right? They get either too much credit or too much criticism or too much fault, I would say. And it's a lot about that defense, right?
Yeah. Defense wins championships.
There you go. Bam. Done. So right now, we're killing time here because the lights aren't on. Now, I know Todd Elvig here, our executive producer, 5-tool player, we're running hot. We're running smooth, silky.
We are. It's the camera's having a little difficulty with not having any light on the field. But we're going to try and encourage all the crowd to get their flashlights on their phone.
Get their phone out.
Yeah.
Sarah Elvig on camera. Glad she's here as always. That's my comfortable sign, right? If I know Sarah's here, that means everything's going to go well.
Yeah, then we're ready to go.
There we go. The lights are starting. I know it's done on a phone because I've been through this before.
Yeah.
So you're playing up in Bellingham
Yeah, I
for,
play for
Western.
Western.
the Mighty Vikings.
Yeah.
And we just happened to catch a shout out, Eric Briggs, if he is listening or ever listens. Good, he is the greatest booking agent
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, he called me up this morning. I was ready to go.
You're on a.
What's the matter?
Oh, my headphones are going in and out. My ears are going in and out. So you're heading tomorrow. Where are you going?
We're flying to San Diego to go play 2 games. We're going to be there for 6 days.
Who are you playing?
We're playing University of Claremont. And then we're going to play Long Beach State.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Those should be some tough matchups. No?
Probably. I think this team. I think we could go to nationals. I think this.
No
team,
kidding.
Our team is very good. We're on the rise.
Well, why we got time? Like pub the Vikings, the Mighty Vikings from Beeham. Come on now.
This program is amazing. I'd say to any kid out here, if you want to come to a program that's really about the kid and not about just like playing lacrosse, it's about the community.
Yeah.
That's the place to go. It's pretty cheap to play, and I've loved every moment. And you get to travel. You get to be around great guys. The defensive coordinator for Snohomish was an alumni of Western. I played with him my freshman year.
There you go.
So
there you go. That's fantastic. It's so fun that we talked about this today on the phone a little bit, and we'll get into this probably as the lights come up here and we get ready to go. And you got for white, Snohomish in the white tops, red bottoms, Glacier Peak. We're ready for the face-off here. You have Noah Martin for Glacier Peak is
possession by Snohomish.
Is it? Martin has it, but then we'll see who comes up with it.
Oh, it's just a big scrum.
And
there you go.
You just gotta wait a second and see what happens here. Who's he gonna award it? Is that GP?
Yeah, GP's ball. GP's ball.
All right. So big number 10 right there. Mason Wheeler got some good time last year. The junior number 10 in blue has it. He's got some speed, and they're looking for big things for Mason Wheeler as the lights go on here. This is better. This is better.
Much
we can
better.
See.
Everyone finally turned their phones on. So
Pierce Steele, first game really in the league. Glacier Peak has played a couple. They lost to Bellevue and they beat Shorecrest. And Snohomish really, this is their first kind of local game of the season as GP spins it around. So talk about this offense a little bit, Michael. What are they trying to do here?
So right now they really haven't moved into it, but you see he's at the top. He's drawing that guy because he wants that downhill dodge. He wants to come straight downhill. And they're going to move out of the way, and then there's guys in the middle who are going to move out. So see right there, guys popping back up. They're all just waiting in the middle to try to draw Snohomish out. But Snohomish right now is doing a really good job of communicating and getting those slides to come and the two sides to be there.
And then what do you there's a good defensive move there. 25, Colton Perry. But GP comes back up with it.
Yeah.
Connor McAlay.
Those are the types of mistakes you can't really have in these types of games, especially when it's this competitive. You gotta keep the ball, and especially when you have a good strip. Oh, good save.
There's his first save of the night by Castillo. Your GP won in a nail biter, 7-6. And so Snohomish turnover in the midfield, and here comes GP again, and that's junior
good shot.
Jensen, Kyler Jensen.
Wow, that's a good save. Their goalie is proving to be a great backbone for this team, that they, even if they can't get that clear through, they can. Wow, that kid's got burners. I would watch out for one later on in the game.
And that is Sammy Flores. Sammy to the rack, shoots it. That's a nice stop. Vitali got in the way just enough there, Michael.
This game is going to come down to how they make these good saves. These are two big saves, really good shots.
Vitali, we talked about getting a ton of time. These are experienced goalies for both sides. As Glacier Peak now in blue has it. And they're just looking for a crease, right? They're looking to see they're going to attack as Snohomish kind of backs in
Yeah, they're looking to move them enough that they're going to make a mistake.
Nice move there. Spin shot, and that is the score. Number 17, Torben Agard with the first point of the game. First goal.
Yeah, that is a brilliant move right there. He drew him in, and then he spun out and went top corner. There's nothing that goalie can do right there. If he keeps doing that tonight, I can see this being a little bit of a runaway.
I tell you what, that was on an island. That was a one-on-one. That was a down and dirty move, right? Like you said, he spun him, and he got his hip behind him. Once he was on his hip, and is a great angle, right? Because that top right corner, that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
There's nothing the goalie can do there.
Stick side on the goalie as it's 1-0 Snohomish here, opening quarter. And
that was a good face. It was a little bit of a trip there, but they got possession back.
Martin with the Fogo now. Noah Martin, his brother Seth was the Fogo last year.
GP's got to watch out a little bit because what they're doing right now is they're pressing really hard. Whoa.
44 there.
Good clear to the goalie.
Max Scott had it there a bit ago. Here comes the GP. Line change here, a little traffic in the mid. There's balls down. It comes up in a Panther stick.
That is a beautiful wrap check.
And now GP on attack once again.
I think they're just going to slow it down a little bit, get these subs on. They just played some D. Get their D a little bit of time off.
Mason Wheeler, 10 with the ball. So right now, a little jittery, right? Some errant passes, a little high, some turnovers here in the midfield.
Yeah, it's bound to happen in the first quarter. For a lot of these guys, these younger guys, it's their first big year of being the big guys in this game. That of course they're a little jittery. They don't want to make mistakes. Another
good save. Castillo, except that one, which honestly had nothing, he would have had to make an exceptional save. 1-0 right now, Snohomish opening quarter.
Another ground ball for GP on these rides.
The midfield rides, man, they're getting it.
Yeah. Right now, I'd say GP is winning more because of their physicality. They're really good on these rides. They're really strong.
Glacier Peak in the blue. Wheeler swings it. He hits it.
That
was top. That was low to high.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right there. He wants to take that guy one-on-one and draw and make him on an island. He wants to take him downhill, and then he's going to shoot it right across his body. He wants those two defenders in the middle to be really far away so that he can get some time and room and bang right there.
So Glacier Peak up 2-0 here early in the first quarter. 7:02 left to go. And for Snohomish, Noah Martin will come out again. Our refs tonight, John Brigham and Chris Cote. Chris Cote, longtime Snohomish Lax coach. GP comes up with that one. Pierce Steele, doing a good job on the face-off.
He's doing a good job of just getting in and out pretty clean. He doesn't really want to make a scrum of it. He really just wants to get that ball in and out and back on the offense.
Let's talk about Snohomish and the defense right now.
Yeah.
Michael, you've played every position on the field except goalie, you said, but what do they need to do a little bit better here?
I would say right now they really need to press. They're giving them the GP's really comfortable in what they're in right now. They're not pressing out on them. They're really just making it. GP's going to them. They're not really like forcing them to make a hard decision with their hands, like being battered by a stick. I say Snohomish really needs to press out a little bit more and get on their hands.
There's a step down, turn around, a bouncer, and off the stick of GP in to the goalies. And there's a big clear to midfield on a dime. Nice job right there. Christian Martez with the ball, 35 in white. That was a nice clear, Michael, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a really clean clear. That was a great pass by the goalie. I wouldn't understate that.
That is so hard to do. I was playing catch with my daughter, and all she had was a goalie stick as they shoot, and it's good save there, but if the rebound's in, it's up, and it's good. Number 44, Max Scott, there for the garbage, Michael, and puts it right back in. It's a one-goal game.
Garbage goals are just as important as every other type of goal. You got to be there to score them.
You hate that as a defensive. The defense hates it, especially the goalies hate it.
Well, that was an insanely good one-on-one save, and then I want to see how GP responds to this after that type of garbage goal, like getting that big save and then get a garbage goal. I want to see how they react and if it like slips away from them for a little bit, or are they gonna like push possession hard?
Finish that thought. If you haven't tried to throw a ball with a goalie stick, it ain't easy.
Oh.
That's why when you see a 50-yard or 40-yard clear,
So impressive.
it's so on a dime, and it's so impressive. I mean, I was impressed before I tried to do it, and then I'm like, how does anybody throw anything?
Oh, it's just impossible.
It's just
I can't
brutal.
throw with it. That's why I never played goalie.
That's why. So it's Pierce Steele for GP, and Noah Martin will come off, and Snohomish here with a good opportunity, Michael.
Yep. Yeah, this is what I'm saying is GP right now really needs to pressure them. Make them make a hard choice. Have a hard shot, hard pass.
Andrew Siemens, 11, had the ball there. 11 in white. Now he'll get it back on the far side. And watch out, number 1, Sammy Flores.
He is good. He had a really good outing these last couple games.
Senior captain. And number 3 in white with the ball, Hudson Smith. He's just a freshman, and even Coach Hummel talked about in that tourney, some coaches were even asking about him, and they couldn't believe he was a freshman.
Oh, good save.
Sammy goes in and right
See, that
there.
press is pushing them out. So Gabe is going to have an easy game if they keep shooting like that. Snohomish has got to get cutters in the middle with that press and use their speed to get in the middle and get these garbage goals.
There's a pass. It's dropped but picked up right there. 13, a whistle on the head. I don't know. It's going to go to Panther ball. And it's on the far side and stick at number 10. Spencer Flynn. I don't know what that call was, Michael. Did you know that on top of the head? That's in some sorts delay a game. I don't know.
It's a delay again. They didn't give the ball up.
There's a shot.
Almost snuck past.
Guy got wide. Looks in the middle, but no Panthers there in the middle of the box.
Keep trying that because he was wide open in the middle. With the pressing of the hands, they need to get into the middle and they need to just look for those cherry-picking goals.
So Flores up top, throws it around. You got Cole States out there, 19 in white. And now they kind of get into a settled offense.
He's taking the shorty behind the goal.
2 tries to flip it into Scott. Here's the other one. There's a shot wide.
I think Snohomish right now is doing a really good job of identifying the matchups that are going to work for them. They're taking an attackman like any one of them.
Yeah, that was Siemens on that.
And they're going to take a short, and they want to take a shorty all the way to X.
Sammy!
Ooh.
Wide. And so did GP was closest to the ball in that shot?
I don't think so. I'll say they got a pretty lucky one on that one.
So in lacrosse, and on a shot like that, a missed shot, it is the closest stick.
Ride.
There's a good check, and Snohomish back up with it. Now he's up and down is the freshman, Smith. And now we see a flag.
That was pretty high.
So we see in boys lacrosse here, the flag go up. It's almost a slow whistle until there's dead ball. Then they enforce the flag.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the penalty is. And we get somebody going to the box here. We looks like 7 Pierce Steele is going to have a timeout. That's right. So I didn't see if it was releasable, what the time was. There's certain parameters they put on depending on the type of foul.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Snohomish man up right now. You got to take advantage of that.
Oh, yeah.
For all
and
you.
GP is playing a really tight box right now, so Snohomish, if they can, because he's like 10 yards away.
Scott tries to find Siemens down in the corner 11, and they just weren't on the same page. Panthers retain the ball, though. Boy, all the passes are floating high on these kids tonight because they're jacked up. Here's Hudson Smith, tries to find a crease.
GP did a really good job of containing and making them slow the ball down. They didn't get any cutters. They didn't get anything fancy on them. They just got through.
Back
really,
to, yeah,
really
back to
man down.
even now. As you see 52 in blue fill up your screen. That's because that's Adam Troxel. Watched him on the football field in the fall. Siemens trying to turn around. He gets put in the washing machine, and he's still alive. And now there's some big hits going on. Sammy Flores comes up with it up top, flings it over. And there's a crushed.
This is
And there's a flag. Sammy off the pipe. Picked up again for Snohomish. Avery Keith, 12 in the game. And we'll have to assess that foul. There's somebody's going to sit on the pine for that.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty big hit.
That was.
But it really shows that how much this game means to these guys and means to each side of each community. And stuff
Absolutely. Thinks about the step down Troxel on him. Now goes behind Cage, behind X. Pushing, leaning, Spencer Flynn. 10 in white. Pass broken up, and they're going to call a dead ball right there on the long pole. That's Jackson Olmstead. And now somebody's going to sit. See 1 minute. Caden. Legal body check 1 minute. Todd Martin, our PA announcer here. Skybull, Caden Skybull there, the junior.
Why was it illegal?
Because you just can't.
You can't hit a kid like that.
You
This
can't.
is not football. This
And that's
is,
safety. You know,
No, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm
It's-
not
yeah,
Mr.
no,
Lacrosse.
No, I understand. A lot of people watching and listening, they could be new to
I thought it
lacrosse.
looked good.
It was a big hit. It was kind of a blind hit. Nice ball movement back into Hudson. Tried to get it wide there, but I like the ball movement, Michael, by Snohomish.
Snohomish is doing a really good job of. They're very patient. They're making sure that they're finding the exact look they want. They're not rushing anything. They're getting the exact look they want. They're waiting for that cutter, and he's going to be there every time.
Get it back up top. Here's on the right side. Spencer Flynn, 10. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. I tell you, it feels like there was more scoring, but we're only sitting at 2-1 Glacier Peak. We'll take a quick break. You're watching high school boys lacrosse right here on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right, back here, Scott Oshman, Michael Scheidler. Michael, you were just talking at the break how it's odd. I mean, let's talk about the setup here. It's a rivalry, crosstown rivalry, right?
Yeah.
And these programs used to play together. It was one club team.
Yeah.
And talk about how you knew these kids because you played with them up until not that long ago.
Yeah, no, I think the rivalry is just a lot different now. Like when I was in high school, my freshman year, we were still Snohomish.
Yeah.
Like all together, and then my sophomore year we split, and the rivalry was a lot more about I want to beat the guy that I've been playing with, like my brother, for all these years. And a lot of these guys have never played played with each other.
Yeah, even Dylan Hummel, the Snohomish coach, talked about that.
Yeah, it's just a lot different, but I think it's a lot more physical. I think it's it's going to be a little bit more chippy because these guys are.
Now, come on, you guys were chippy, except you went and hung out. You hung out with them after. You hung after it, right? You're buddies, right? That's just how it is.
No.
You go after each other like there's just blood in between the lines, right? And then afterwards, you kid each other and give each other crap about it.
Yeah.
He said, Mike, I laid you out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think this game is just it's so much different, but it's so much better in the same way because these guys just want to beat each other so bad. This is the rivalry game that these guys all wait for. They mark this game down as the game that they want to win, and this is the battle for Wesco.
Yeah.
The bragging rights of Wesco.
And we were talking about before, there's some general things. If you're new to lacrosse in the state of Washington, or you're new to lacrosse, either boys lacrosse, girls lacrosse, what have you, the boys have been started faster and they've grown a lot more. And that decision, whatever that year that was, where they decided to actually create teams for each school because they wanted to try and be a WIAA recognized sport, right? That's painful. That is tough.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of splinters and fractures across the state. And we were talking to head coach Dylan Hummel before that as we're getting ready to go for the second quarter. The North End has done a tremendous job, and these two programs are in really good shape, and they are competing with the legacy teams down in Seattle and on the east side as we get going here. There's a shot, and is it in? No. Oh, that was a little jump shot.
I think the one thing we really got to watch out for now,
Andrew Seaman, excuse me, go ahead.
Is GP is 2-man down right now.
Oh, yes. Coming out of the quarter, it extends over to the next quarter.
How are they going to deal with this pressure that they're going to have to face for the next minute, 2 minutes?
Mason Orgel, 20 in white there, got a little shot in. Oh, and they lose it out of bounds on the other side. And the Panthers will get a chance here. They hustle out. How many can you have in the – there is no box. There's actually no lacrosse lines on this particular field.
No, but there's different markings on the field. So.
Michael looks at me like, what are you talking about?
No, there's certain markings.
Oh, is that a shot and score? And that's the freshman, Hudson Smith. That was long range.
Yeah, no, that was a tough shot for Gabe. And he's getting screened. There's nothing he can do with that.
So we're all tied up. And Coach Coach Hummel said, check out number 3, Hudson Smith.
He's the guy to watch.
He is. So we're tied up at 2-2, but yeah, so there are not specific lines. When you watch college lacrosse sometimes on TV or what have you, you'll see actually a lined out box for that is men's, and then on women's they got all kinds of things going. They got a cross, they got an arc, they got everything. They got all kinds of different lines. That's the problem. I've always said this for years. The marketing department, it's the same name, the same ball, and that's about it.
Yeah.
As Snohomish comes up with it, Noah does his job.
Snohomish is keeping it slow. They really are doing a very, very good job of picking the right pass and keeping it very compact. You look at Manny Flores, he's sitting at the 25. That's a 15-yard shot, and that's where he's starting at. These guys are compacting this GP defense that they're making it really hard on GP to have to play this D.
Now, at some point, does you think GP's got to stretch out a little bit, just like Snohomish? And there's a step down there for Max Scott, the junior captain, he's already got one tonight of the two. Flores
Good
from
save.
downtown. Oh, and Scott gets drilled, and there's all kinds of bodies down as Flores gets a shot in. And the whistles go. Aiden Carroll gets popped. Did we get any penalties on that or no?
I'm very surprised that last one because that was pretty high. But I think
Max Scott got leveled.
Yeah. I think this game is going to be called not quite as closely because I think they know that these kids are going to want to just let them go. Let them go for a little bit.
High pass on the long pole, and they're not going to get that. He wants that one back. 22 in blue. There's Caden Skyville. That one got away. It's also a lot harder throwing with the long pole, isn't it? Or no, you think it's easier?
I think it's easier because it's more. It kind of depends. Depends on how you like to throw, and you get used to it over time. But I think shorty's definitely a shorty is totally so much easier. It's only 3 feet, but
Yeah.
a 6-foot pole. Once you get used to it.
If you get the whip down right.
Oh yes.
You're a long stick midi now.
Yep.
I remember when that was starting to be more of a thing here in high school boys lacrosse in this state.
Yeah.
And it was freaking some people out at the moment.
Oh, it's hard if you're a midi. Like there's 4 poles on the field. You got to try to get. You want to have 2 of the shorties. And
Right. Nice pass in to Max. Just not there. He got that nicely backed up.
GP's got to make sure that they are consistently watching and calling out these cutters because they're getting beat backdoor a lot, and Snohomish is luckily they're not connecting on all of them, but Snohomish is getting their way with these cutters.
8:43, 8:38 left in the second quarter. Sammy Flores there was right. Now this one's picked
here
up
you
by
go. This is
GP.
the
Here
fast
comes
break.
Glacier Peak. Do they got numbers?
Oh, here we go.
Back to back. They go, and it's save! Right on the line. Oh, my. Castillo with a little magic. And here come the Panthers, and they're going to go right. There's a bouncer a little too high. That was Cole States, and he had to pay for that one.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout on the field.
It's a good timeout. That's a good timeout just to settle it down. Settle it down, get what they want.
I think it was for Snohomish. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. 8:09 left to go in the second quarter, all tied up. High school boys lacrosse right here on STSPN.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Honestly, I would not have known.
Here we go, Scott Hodgman. Michael Scheidler here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish, just 45 minutes northeast of Seattle here. This is some high-level Washington boys lacrosse, and this is really their third, fourth game of the year. We're mid-March here. Things are just getting going.
Yeah, these guys are rolling early. These guys there's a little bit of jitters, but a lot of that jitters is not really there anymore in the second quarter.
Well, it was hit out of them.
Yeah.
I think it's been hit. The jitters have been hit out of each team.
Yeah.
They are not being shy.
No, these guys want to get up in each other's business at this point.
Here comes Flores. Sammy. Cross crease, big time. There's a shot. It's wide. What a pass and what a catch.
Wow. Yeah. JP has got to make sure that they watch their backside because this is what's happening the entire time. They've got to Manny Flores is just drawing that entire defense away.
That was Hudson Smith. He's already got one to the back of the net. He wants more. Siemens now dodging. Takes Troxel to the left side. He's got time and room. He gets close, almost to the doorstep. I think he was surprised he got so close.
Yeah. Really reached his stick out there to hopefully get something on it. But that was a pretty good shot. Like, Snohomish is getting exactly what they want out of this offense. I think GP really needs to start pressing really hard out on these guys' hands because Snohomish is having 5 seconds of time.
On that, I agree, but on that, it was a great matchup, great recognition, right? He had Troxel, the big kid, on him. He knew he could get around him. He had speed advantage, so he went to the hole right there. Talking about speed, look at Wheeler on the right side coming down.
Yeah.
Oregon's teaching him, and now, again, they get in the box. Tell them the rule, Michael.
That you can only call a timeout once you have possession of the ball, and you have to get in the box to call a timeout.
All right. With that, you want to take another timeout, Todd Elvik? Let's do it. We'll be back. 6:54, all tied up. Glacier Peak, Snohomish.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
All right, back here, there's a timeout. Both teams with one timeout, 6:54 to go in this first half in the second quarter. And, Michael, I think there's adjustments here. Dylan Hummel, Snohomish, he wanted a timeout because he knew they were getting good looks, right?
Yeah.
You identified that. And what's Nick Gregory talking, the GP head coach, what's he telling his kids on defense?
He's probably telling those defense that they need to press out more. Snohomish is suffocating them inside and making it their farthest shot out is 15 yards out, not 20 to 25. They're making it, they need to press out more to get more pressure to make them have bad passes so they can get the ball back.
Kyler Jensen, part of the Jensen legacy here at Glacier Peak.
Yeah.
You played with his brother, two of his brothers, didn't you, or one?
One. I played with Daxton.
There's so many, I need a spreadsheet.
Yeah, just keep track of all the Jensens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need a family tree as that ball heads out towards the parking lot. It was picked up. There's a turnover by Snohomish. Great job forcing the turnover, and here comes the Panthers here trying to get one more. 6:31 left to go in the second quarter.
Oh, they're doing it. GP's doing a really good job on their ride of taking away the outlet passes and then making it hard on these guys. Right there. They're making it really hard. They're coming.
Yeah, Christian Martez couldn't handle the rock, and here comes GP flying down. McCauley coming out, Now they'll get the right personnel on. Jensen comes back.
GP's doing a good job right now of just slowing it down. They just lost possession. They got it back on a good ride. They just need to slow it down, especially with no shot clock. They can take their time on just easing themselves back in.
Where do you think this offense is? They get bothered. Oh, there's the play to Jensen. Jensen can't hold it. That's going to be a turnover. It's going to go to Snohomish. I was just talking about a lot of offensive change. They want it inverted, right? They want to come attack from behind the goal or either in front of the goal.
Yeah. They want, like, I'm seeing GP is trying to go way more from the top. They're trying. It's a lot. Their offense is a lot more based on their middies.
Right.
But that's total contrast to Snohomish, where they're really trying to go through X, and they're really trying to feed it through Spencer Flynn, and he has been the focal point of their offense right now.
So now Sammy Flores comes out. Aiden Carroll on him.
GP's doing a much better job of pressuring their hands and making them make longer passes.
Spencer back around, and there's Hudson back up. Sammy top, left hand. He comes through a ton of traffic. He gets kicked to the curb, and the ball's going to sit down behind the goal. It'll be Glacier Peak ball. Sammy Flores.
Oh, he's got to look to Mason Wheeler here.
Wheeler tries to get it out of the air. Bounce down. It goes to Snohomish. Getting a little too greedy. Avery Keith with the rock right now, the senior. And those clears, you hit one on a dime, and then you think, I can do it every time.
Yeah. No, it's hard. It's hard. It's not going to happen every time for you. And it's hard to track in the air, too, especially with these lights. It's going to be tough.
Still all knotted up at 2 here. GP with a close 1 goal. Here's a big shot, a low burner from the outside.
Those are the types of shots that GP wants to give Snohomish. They're far and away, and they're going straight to the goalie's side of a stick. They want that every single time.
Low probability, right?
Yep.
People falling over people.
I think that's a high probability of people falling over. In
Yeah, there you go. States, Cole.
Good catch by Flynn.
Nice job here. Here's Hudson Smith turning. See him go left. Nice defense. Strong defense there by DJ Vosberger. First time I've called his name. He had some big plays last year.
He's playing some really good shorty defense, especially against that fresh Hudson. He is playing really, really well. He's really holding his own out there defensively.
DJ, a captain. Back out. 7 in. Shoots and scores. Pierce Steele puts them up by 1.
Those are the juice goals they need. Those are the juice goals that GP is going to need to keep it going. It's exactly what they need. That's the importance of subbing right there. They knew right away to be on the corner so that he could cut in right away, and he got the ball. He scored.
That was a transition. That's a transition bucket, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's until the ball's settled, it's transition.
All right. That's trying to get, Captain Obvious. That's what they call me.
Yeah.
But that's by strategy by teams, right?
Yeah.
If they get a chance, they want to push.
No, transition is the hardest defensively to guard because you're constantly in motion, and it makes it really difficult for people to mark up on you.
Oh, GP had the face-off. Nice job by the Panthers here, and Noah Martin is the Fogo, and he's getting all kinds of hassle. Oh my gosh. Nice job by Noah Martin. Big brother would be proud of him. Hung in there. I don't know what the result here is of. Was there a flag? Chris Cote gives us the signs here.
I think it's a timeout.
It's a timeout, yeah. 2:38 left. 3-2 Glacier Peak. 2:38 left to go in the first half. We'll be back with more right after these words. All right, back here, Scott Oshman, Michael Scheidler with you. Michael, first, this is your rookie voyage here on the mic. Doing a great job, man.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
You having fun yet?
No, I'm having a great time.
Right. He just told me the break. He almost didn't do it because of something I said, or he didn't choose him as player of the game.
Long time ago.
Yeah, he wants his own heater. 2:32. Let's get. This is great lacrosse. Let's enjoy this. There's Hudson back around, so they're gonna.
GP's in man down. They got to make sure to push out a little bit more so that Snohomish doesn't have too much room within that 15-yard area to operate.
Sammy purveying the field up top. Sammy's going to take matters on hands. Good save there by Gabe. 50-50 ball in the corner. Snohomish comes up with it one more time.
That's Hudson Smith right there. He's certainly not playing like a freshman.
And that's what Coach Hummel told us. Went to that Idaho tournament, did well there, lost a couple games, learned a lot of things. Ball down. And who's going to hustle and get it? It's going to end up in a Panther stick. Great job, Avery Keith.
I think Snohomish is going to try to hold the ball for that final possession of the half.
1:25 left. No shot clock yet in high school lacrosse. Michael and I were talking about that. I would like to see it come to the high school game. It's in college. It's totally different, Michael, and we'll talk about that maybe in the second half, how it's just that was one of the biggest adjustments you said as the flag goes up.
Yeah.
Off-ball foul maybe?
No, it was a high hit. He rode high on his shoulder.
Sammy trying to draw traffic.
He's doing a good job. There's just not enough cutters right there so that he can distribute the ball and get a dump goal, which is exactly what they want. They're looking for cutters. They're looking for off-ball movement.
Somebody right on the doorstep. Couldn't quite get it to him. Oh, my. Spencer Flynn was right there. Point blank, and now the clock stops with 43.8 seconds.
This is not the spot you really want to be two-man down on right now.
Yeah, the two-man down. Those watching Kraken hockey, now you're getting used to man up, man down.
Yeah.
Two down, two in the box. Steve Sawyer, big shout out to him, usual partner. The sin bin, he likes to call it.
Oh, no, they're only one man down.
Only one, yeah, I see one.
Yeah, he said that he's over in the peninsula doing work, so he can't do weeknights.
That's right. But big shout out to big guy Steve. So here we go, 41 seconds left. They want to square it up here. Snohomish. 44, Max. He's got a goal. Gets it over to Sammy. Now they get down. Siemens there. Has trouble. Now the ball's on the ground. 18.9 seconds. Panthers still retain it.
Snohomish really needs to just get it moving. There's not a lot of time, and they are man up. Oh, even now.
They're even now with 8 seconds. It looks like they might just kill it here, go down at halftime. We'll see if they get a pull. And good defense there by Glacier Peak. You called it. Nothing really there. Not a great look.
Now, GP's doing they've been on man down a lot. They're doing a very good job of just containing them. They need to push out a little bit more, but they're doing a good job of containing them within that man down.
All right, 3-2 at the half. We'll take a little break here at halftime. We'll come back. Second half, high school boys lacrosse right here on STSPN. Don't go away.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best.
UFC Strawweight Champion.
Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun, I promise you.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Wolfpack, this is Witch Doctor. Requesting immediate hot extract. Take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
All right, back here for the second half. Scott Oshman along with Michael. And we're, sorry, I just got distracted there for a second. Oh, my God, Michael. As Todd Elvig is talking to PA announcer Todd Martin about the music. We don't want to get YouTube in trouble. Anywho, we got a heck of a ball game here, 3-2. Let's just start real quickly. So Snohomish had some time down there at the end of that second quarter to try and take. They didn't really take that many shots.
Actually, I would say they have. They completely outshot them in this.
Okay,
in
all right.
the whole game. Like
19-8. We have shots up here. This is spectacular.
I think that GP's goalie Gabe has just been holding down their defense. Doing a great job.
And thank you to Eric Briggs. It's Votsberger, DJ Votsberger. I appreciate that, Eric, as we're back rolling here as Snohomish gets the face-off again.
He's not here, but he is still here.
He is. And here we go. Let's see how this one goes. A great ball game so far. We had a visit at halftime from the Phenom, Ryder Wilkinson, who's in town at the break.
Is a good word to call him.
Yeah, he's kind of a phenom. Come on now.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Even his freshman year.
He was really good.
He was
the
really
kid
good.
I hated practicing against.
He gave you a hard time. That made everyone happy.
Oh, yeah.
Sammy driving to the left side. Can't get it there. Picked it up. Oh, under the wickets. And, a little shovel. Now everybody trying to pick it up. Still loose. And it's going to kick. Stays in bounds. Now it's out of bounds.
It's going to be GP ball.
Stuart Morgan there trying to pick it up for Snohomish, but it couldn't quite get the grasp. And a surprised Wheeler now has it. Glacier Peak up by 1. Settling down. Yes, first half, only 8 shots for Glacier Peak, 19 on the board here for Snohomish. So
GP's being really patient. They're picking their shots. They know exactly where they want to be. They settle into their offense. They had a little bit of struggle in the second quarter, but they're right now looks like they're doing a little bit of a better job.
DJ loses it, but then decides to knock somebody down to get it back. GP still comes up. There's a flag out. Ball's down now, and Orgill pops out of the crowd with it, and he'll be stopped, and we will assess the flag. Well, that didn't take long.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Action going.
Can you tell they're ready to play again?
But talk about, Michael, you're talking about how the high level, you're just impressed by the level of play overall.
I think both of these programs are I would say these are probably the 2 best teams in the north of the northern side. I would say these guys are playing at a pretty high level. They're playing pretty well. I'm insanely impressed with the level in which their IQs are at, the way they're playing, the ball movement, the shot placement, the goalie play. They're really putting the east side guys that run for their money.
Well, they took them, both teams went right at them. Issaquah and Bellevue, tough games. They were not blowouts by any stretch. Aaron passed that, but it's picked up on the left side. DJ gets it, now held over the head. And it'll be Snohomish ball. Trying to get Torben there. And that's what, Nick Gregory talked about. We're going to spread it out. We don't have one guy who's going to do it all. And we want to play smarter lacrosse.
Yeah.
So he told us right before the game.
They're trying to play with IQ, which is the best way to play because that's how you're going to beat teams is with your IQ and being smart with the ball.
Sammy. He wants to go coast to coast, but he gets held up there.
He's putting everybody in a spin cycle.
He was right there. He was trying to do some moves. Avery Keith on the right side. Tough pass there. Can't quite handle it. And so it's going to go back the other way. Spencer Flynn, who's played great today so far and just couldn't handle it. Here comes GP, but GP makes an errant pass over the head and right back to the Panthers.
Those are the mistakes you don't want to be making, especially in the second half of a game like this that's really, really, really tight.
Shit, they must have heard us. We were just complimenting them.
Yeah.
We jinxed them. Now see how far they are out?
Yeah, this is more of what GP wants, is make that game a little bit wider out so that they can't, the cutters won't be marked as well.
Flores just turned the corner. He saw a shot wide, but Sammy thought he had one.
Sammy's got some serious speed.
He really does.
Really taking advantage.
He can turn the corner very quickly. Caleb Eckerlin, 23, the junior long pole, gets that, now gets it out in the midfield here, and here's where the ride's been good for both teams, and it delivers again as a whistle blows.
Timeout.
And
That's
timeout.
a really good timeout.
Glacier Peak. Michael likes it. We'll take a quick break. Come on back. 3-2 still, 8:24 left in the third quarter.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
All right, we're back. We were just discussing strategery right here. And what do you think, Michael Schadler with us? What do you think they were talking about, what Coach Gregory is telling the GP kids?
I think that defensively he's telling them they need to slide a little bit quicker, especially on Sammy Flores, because he is so quick that they need to go just a little bit quicker just to cut him off. Offensively, they just need to keep going, need to keep working through these slumps they're kind of having right now. Because eventually they are making those good passes. They are finding the right spots. They just need to keep getting through, working themselves through the slumps.
Here we go. They're picking their spots as we talked about. They got a 1-goal lead here. A little kind of a pick there. Jensen working her way back over. Wheeler. Wheeler looking for a cutter, looking for something. Jensen, top shelf, but not there. Wide.
That's exactly what they need to start doing, is just slowing that ball, and they're working through their slumps. They're working through their slumps. That's a really, really good shot.
Coach is happy with that shot here, so Snohomish gets for it. And you know the goalies have been active. When that first quarter, boy, they were making saves left and right. They were having shots at them. A little bit looser here. 7:32 left to go in the third quarter. Two outstanding goalies, Gabe Vitale for GP, and
I think both of them are having outstanding games, and I think it's a testament to the scoreboard of 2-3. Like,
it's a baseball game right now.
You never see that.
Castillo for Snohomish as well. Yeah, that's remarkable. Max Scott, 44, getting in there. Andrew Siemens banged up there, and now Glacier Peak.
The key to why that works so well is they're sliding quicker. Exactly what they needed to be doing. Slide quicker, because then they can collapse pretty quick.
Vitale is going to come way out. Gets it to Wheeler. Now goes back. Now the change. So talk about we don't have. I don't. The other problem with the shot clock, I was just bringing up, Michael, that you play in college when you went there is Glacier Peak here, but you were telling me it's like a completely different game. I mean, it's just it's totally different. Is GP's driving here, but they can't get it. They'll push it back out here to Wheeler. Talk about what that shot value was when you got there when the clock started.
Yeah, the thing is it becomes a different game defensively and offensively. Offensively, you have to go. You cannot. There's not a lot of just like standing around lollygagging. 80 seconds is not a lot of time.
Right, and there's a call because talk about that call. I don't think he got in the box.
Not in the box all the way. He just stood on the outside.
And you have X amount of time. What's the time limit? Do you know?
To get into the box?
Yeah, don't you have to be? You have to.
20 seconds.
20 seconds, but he was outside there, and I think that was the call on the turnover here.
Yeah.
For Snohomish. Now they're talking. Push it way back out. Cole State's 19 and White has it now. Wants to work that left side. Troxel keeping pace with him now. He drops it down. Sammy back down. Turns.
Great
and
save.
A good stop there. Hudson tried to get another one.
Great job by that defense. They are adapting to this style of play that Snohomish is wanting to play. They're going to get a lot more shots off, but they're sliding really quickly. They're playing really well as a unit.
Hudson Smith already has one. He tried to get a second. Here's the
this is
goalie,
something
Vitali. Yeah, talk about this. What's Vitali doing? He wants to get a score himself. What's going on?
Hey, it's GP versus Snohomish. Of course you want a goal as a goalie.
And there's a long pass.
No, it doesn't count.
What is going on here? Michael, what just happened?
So the goalie, there was an offsides call. So the thing is that normally when a deep hole goes over, you have to have 3 guys over. But when you have a goalie, you actually have a fourth person back there because normally you don't think about that, and they didn't have that extra guy.
Because right, he's a player. He's a field player.
Yeah, exactly. He's still there.
Well, now Snohomish has it, and the long pole gets it back over to Andrew Siemens. Siemens now taking it. And he'll get it back down. Noah Martin now playing offense. He does a lot of the face-offs.
Yeah.
But now he's back in the attack. Left side. Here's
running into his own guy. The short stick defense for GP has been, I think, the most important thing that they've done so far. Is it's like an extension of their poles.
Siemens tries to get one off, but didn't go, and GP comes up with it on their way. Wheeler. Quick pass down, in and out of the stick. Trying to get to Austin Bloom. Well, they had Snohomish on their heels.
Oh, Snohomish is going to get one of their own.
There you go, long right here. Sammy Flores, midfield. Breaks up right now around the 30. Makes a move, got on a long pole. Man, I don't know who he's passing it to there. I think he mixed up there with Siemens.
Snohomish has got to clean up these mistakes. They have every chance to be winning this game right now. They need to make sure that they need to slow down the possessions a little bit more when they get it so that they can take advantage of the mistakes that are happening from GP.
And Snohomish, again, they're playing without one of their big kids. Keaton Taylor scored 4 goals on Sundays. They have a couple players. Gabe Ames is out, one of their big defensemen. So they're under a little bit. And then the kids are doing great. Again, 3-2. No, not saying, but they are missing a couple weapons here.
You can see it a little bit. The rhythm just seems a little off. It doesn't seem like it's just clicking like right all the way through. It just seems like it's a little clunky, but they're working it through. They're doing a very good job of working with what they have right now.
Down 1 goal. There's a big flag up. We'll have to see what that was about. And there's a crushed player there. On the top there, Pierce Steele has 1 goal tonight. And now a dead ball, and so we're going to assess the fouls. Can you interpret any of that, Michael?
30-second technical foul.
Did somebody say something?
Most likely.
We have
That's what technicals mostly are.
So we have a Snohomish player, is that correct?
Yep.
In the box. That's number 6, Jeremy Hammock. Okay, so Glacier Peak 1 up right now. Up 1 goal. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
They're doing a really good job. They're moving that defense around a lot.
Jensen on the top. Gets it around. There's a tough angle shot. Not sure if that hit a pole or not.
Comes back to GP now.
Austin Bloom with that shot. And here's GP. Torben with it. Gets it back over. Fakes it.
Oh, they're even.
Jensen thinks about it. Now we're even.
Oh,
DJ!
That's a good shot. That's the shot he wants every time.
It's a running right-hander. He had a little tunnel there. He tried to get it through, went wide. GP ends up with it. 1:43 left to go in this third quarter, up 1 goal. Torben almost lost it. Here's DJ. He'll throw one down. Side of the net, right?
Just hit the side of the net. They're doing DJ's doing a good job of taking his guy on one-on-one and kind of isolating him a little bit so that when he beats him, he has some space before the next guy comes. And that, I think GP needs to just keep feeding him. Just keep letting him dodge from the top because it's showing that it's effective.
Castillo firmly in the goalie there, got it out safely, and now Snohomish with a chance to tie it up here as we under a minute to go in the third quarter. I feel like Snohomish they have to get Hudson going again. They got to get Sammy Flores on a good matchup, Michael.
Yeah, I would actually have to say I think that they need to keep running their offense through Flynn. He right now looks like the quarterback of their offense. It looks like anytime that he has the ball, GP is scrunching it a little bit more. They're communicating a little bit more. They seem a little bit more scared.
Avery Keith gets it down low. Here's Martin. He spins. He finds some room. He has hands. He just lost the ball. What a great move.
Great trail check.
And here comes Wheeler to end the third quarter.
Man, he is quite the wheeler there.
He is. Long line of Wheelers. There's a check the parents wanted to call.
Oh.
Tough, and Castillo just plucks it out of the air. 2-1. Long fly ball. Oh, they tried to get a shot off. I don't know if it would have counted. Hudson Smith played 500 at Corn and the Cobb right there, and he blew one.
That's a good heads-up play. That's a really good heads-up play by that freshman to know that goalie's throwing it.
We go to the fourth, 3-2.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here, Scott Hushman, Michael Scheidler. I tell you, you're coaching, you're playing. I mean, you got it all going. I'm drawing up plays for Snohomish. I want Sammy on a one-on-one and let him dive and dump, do what he got to do.
Yeah.
You got Spencer Flynn. You're like, I want him having the rock.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about Gabe Vitale, the GP. Hard to get that goalie to move, right?
Yeah, he is playing. He is standing on his head. He is. It's things that Poles say when they're playing with their goalie. When they play well, he is standing on his head.
That's a hockey term, I believe. He's a junior. Is he getting any looks? Do you know?
I don't know so far, but I think any program would be pretty happy to have him.
I tell you what, if you see this, no matter when, he needs a scholarship.
Yeah, that dude needs it.
Get me a scholarship. What a game, 3-2. I mean, it's kind of a pitcher's duel. If you like high scoring, normally lacrosse is very high scoring.
Yeah.
This is actually unique.
Oh yeah, especially but this is kind of what happens when there's no shot clock. Is that they can waste? They're taking 2 to 3 minute possessions.
Drives me crazy.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
And in the college women's game, they put a shot clock in 2 or 3 years ago, 90 second. And to me, it's made it so much better.
Yeah.
It just has not come to the high school levels yet in the state of Washington. I don't know that it is in high school any state. There's logistical problems, right? Not all these fields. On the girls' side, frankly, it's hard to even get a field. But you have to have a clock there. You have to have a timer. There's a lot going on. But
yeah,
really, we got 1 quarter to go. Let's see who can do this. Glacier Peak, Snohomish. Glacier Peak winning by 1 last year, so Snohomish, it's revenge time.
Oh, that's exactly what they need.
Noah Martin does a good job on the faceoff. He still has it. And he does his job and gets it by, and the Panthers with another chance to lock it up here and get one. Dylan Hummel, the head coach, to see what he drew up. Any change on the defense, Michael, are you seeing for Glacier Peak?
Glacier Peak, I think the reason why there was no goals scored in the last quarter is because they're pushing Snohomish out. They're making those cutters come from really far away, and I think that they're doing a good job of pressuring on their hands. Snohomish has made some mistakes in this game, and that's come from the pressure on their hands.
Tries to get by him. Avery Keith gets over there. Inside. And it's knocked down.
Oh.
Who has it? Max has it.
Oh, it's still scrum.
Max Scott tries to get
DJ's
it.
got it.
And DJ gets it. He gets slammed, and there's a flag.
Yep.
They're going to get
there he goes.
And here he goes. Voetsberger.
Oh, that's a smart play. That's a really high IQ play right there to just slow it down. He could have gone straight through the middle.
Penalty will be on Snohomish. 19 there with the big hit, Cole States. So we get a dead ball.
If I'm GP right now, I am slowing the game down.
Are you going to stall right now?
Yes.
Up by 1 goal with 10 to 10 left
with
to
a
go?
penalty.
That's not good TV.
They're going to get the ball back as quickly as they. This is essentially a free possession for them.
Wheeler there lets it rip. And now we'll have the penalty here. They'll go man up. It's a free possession. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. But they can hold on to the ball. They can hold that so that when they do have that free possession, there's maybe only 8 minutes left instead of 10.
And if you're head coach Dylan Hummel of Snohomish, when do you start okay, guys, we got to go pressure the ball. I don't care. We got to double team. We got to do what we got to do.
It's a 1-goal game. They've got.
Did you do that now?
Not yet.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes left. That I would say maybe after this man up about how they play and how they keep pushing, and I think the big name guys like Hudson, Flynn, and Sammy Flores, I think those guys are going to feel that pressure and know that they need to get this done. And I think they can pull this. I think once they get the ball back on offense, I think they can get something going.
And Snohomish defense has played really well tonight as well. Again, you hold any team to 3 goals here, you're doing something right.
Yeah, it's tough. Like They're playing very compact. They're playing as a unit. They're playing exactly the. Each team is playing exactly the way they want to play and the way they wanted to come in.
Jensen goes in low right there. He had it. Turned and missed there. Tried to get Austin Bloom. Really good idea. And the man up is no longer here, as we are even, and the Panthers will get possession. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Correct. Todd Elvig, thank you very much. Snohomish still down. Can they clear it? Ball is out. And goalie's got it. Tolly now, he's going to loft one.
That's a great pass.
What a pass. GP. Aiden Carroll. They got something cooking. Wheeler will come back.
That's a great clear by GP, just taking their time with it, not forcing anything or making any mistakes. Especially this late in the game, they don't want to be making a lot of costly mistakes.
Pierce Steele comes on as Wheeler looks it over. Now long pass to X behind. Got a long deep pull on him. There's a whistle. Did he stand? Oh, he hit out of bounds. I think he stepped out. Could be a big turnover here. Nathan Castillo.
Snohomish needs a really settled offense right now. They really need to just take their time and not really, don't force anything. Get yourself into a spot where you can succeed and get that good shot off.
Mason Orgill, 20. Spectacular on the football field for the Panthers. He gets it in there, and now they try to kick it. Oh, and they can't get it, and it goes out, and so costly just errors at the boundary lines, Michael. Yeah. Coaches must be going through the roof.
Oh, my God. The ground ball game the scrum game has been crazy today. It's not, these are not easy ground balls these teams are getting. These are scrums.
7:19 left to go in the ball game. Back out, didn't even have the ball, gets a hard hit, and it's still down. Far corner of the field. Who wants it? And they try to get it over, but not there. Austin Bloom was hoping the ref. Great positioning by our refs. 6:54, under 7 to go. Flying down the field.
There you go.
Avery Keith.
He's slowing it down. This is what they need. This is what they need right now. Back to Sammy. I think they need to do a heavy midi dodge right now. He's got a shorty. He can probably blow past him. Let him cook.
Sammy one-on-one there. He's going to wait. They're trying to set something up. Connor McElroy on him. Now he goes right. They switch. They get him help. Keith. Quick feet. Gets it over to the freshman. Hudson now. Sammy Flores can't hold it. Ground ball, 50-50.
Oh,
McElroy comes up with it. Another strong defensive play there for Glacier Peak. And they get it safely into their zone. To Torben. Snohomish had a couple chances there. They had something going. They got to hold on to the rock. Wheeler thinking.
There he goes.
Mason Orgill, it gets him on his hip. Cross crease pass, tough one over to DJ. He can't handle the sauce. And now we'll go back the other way.
Just going back and forth.
5:25 left. Who wants to stay in bounds, Michael?
Yeah.
Who wants to stay in bounds?
I think now is the point where each team really needs to start pressuring even more. They need to take some more risks.
Colton Perry took a risk, and he ends up on the turf. DJ pulls up with it.
Those
Go
are going to
ahead.
be the costly mistakes that Snohomish can't be making right there.
And Colton Perry, the senior defensive guy, he's got to maybe get thicker cleats. I'm not sure. He slipped again. Here's GP down with it behind the cage.
Oh, they're trying to play a little two-man game. He's on a shorty right now.
Yeah, here's Jensen. He's on Keith. Oh, right in the middle.
Oh,
good
just wide
save
to the
there
right.
by Castillo. Pierce Steele had him dead to rights. .429 left to go. Just still up by 1 goal. We have not had a score here in the second half.
It's been a defensive stalwart game.
Really has. Wheeler up top. Now he thinks about it. Goes side.
Oh, hits a guy.
Good defense. They'll get it to the keeper. And Castillo, the netminder, he says, you know what? I got this, kids. He's going to walk it up with 4:03 left to go.
Snohomish did a really good job of just pressing on hands and on the adjacent so that any guy who had the ball didn't have an outlet pass. He had to dodge and force them into the middle, and that eventually they'd have to make a bad pass or a bad shot.
Snohomish, they got back-to-back. They got another game tomorrow night. They welcome in the Stanwood Spartans.
That's always a good one.
Tomorrow night right here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So they got to
We're trying to do it if we can get play-by-play.
Oh, really? They're going to hit the ice bath, and they got to get. That's another knockdown. Here's Troxel. The big fella. Rumbling, stumbling down, and GP now back in possession with 3:20 left, up 1 goal.
GP is doing a really, really good job defensively in this fourth quarter of holding Snohomish from what GP is controlling the game. They are controlling the tempo of how things are moving. Yes, mistakes are being made, but they're controlling how Snohomish can play offense.
And Glacier Peak, they have a home game coming up Thursday night. Ballard comes up.
That'll be a good one.
To Glacier Peak. As Wheeler on the far side just killing clock now with 2:44. They're going to try and take this one right to the wire. We'll have a Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game. There's a little shot on the side. Back Jensen. He gets the corner. Kyler Jensen puts him up 2 with 2:33 left.
That's exactly what they needed right there. Just a little bit more breathing room and a beautiful, beautiful cut.
Oh, he wants a T-shirt.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Our Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game afterwards. So just like that, our first goal of the second half with 2:33 left to go, Glacier Peak puts it to 4-2. So now Snohomish has to hustle.
Yeah, they really need to. If they lose the faceoff, then they need to press hard. They need to go hard every time. They need to lock the adjacents.
These two will play each other again April 18th at Glacier Peak, 8 p.m.
Check your calendar.
We'll see if we can get all the equipment and turn the wheels there to get that one on STSPN. Big face-off here for Snohomish. They got to get it.
They got it.
They do it. Big Max Scott.
They got to.
Oh, and there's a whistle. What was that?
I think it was a trip by
oh
Snohomish.
My, just a costly error by Snohomish.
Snohomish right now, you need to pressure anyone who has the ball. Don't give them any space to breathe. Don't give them any space to run.
DJ's taking their space. He's driving. He gets cut off. Good slide there. Gets it down low.
So tell me why you can't just charge through there.
Well, you can charge through there if you want.
He can.
You can.
Yeah.
But you might lose the ball, and they're up by 2 goals, 142
No, I mean
left.
not just at this point in the game, but anytime.
Yeah, you can.
You can. It's just the thing is defensively, it's your home. It's you don't want to give up any space, and
low to low, Wheeler from way downtown, and all of a sudden they put 2 through in the last 2:33. Oh, my.
I think the mistakes that Snohomish have been making are finally catching up to them. I think that they spent a lot of time on defense. I think they're very tired, very fatigued. And I also think that not having those other guys that they normally have has really started to hurt them a little bit towards the end.
Gabe Ames, absolutely. Keaton Taylor, great point. And Mason Wheeler's got 2 goals tonight. Here's Sammy. Sammy lets it ride.
Another big save.
Gabe gets in front of it. And we got whistles. 1:17 left.
Another
A timeout. Snohomish. We'll take a quick one, and we'll see how this one ends up. They got to score a lot of goals in a short period of time. Don't go away.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right, back here, ending this one. Snohomish Glacier Peak, always a great rivalry game, highly competitive, and it was tight, 2-2, then 3-2. That score held until 2:33 left in the fourth period. And just like that, Glacier Peak has come up. And, Michael, you have the great honor of picking our Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game. And you're struggling now.
Yeah, I think
you thought you had it.
I
now
thought
all
I
of a sudden
had it.
Mason Wheeler pops 2 in.
Yeah, he's really pushing contention for it. He lit that spark that is getting them going. He's clearing in crucial points.
And that was a tough goal.
Yeah.
Avery Keith looking for something. They double him back out. Shoots. Another big save. That was by Andrew Siemens, and Vitale right there on it. You want to give Vitale for the player of the game.
When you're only giving up 2 goals on 24 shots.
And that's a turnover right there. So Snohomish will get a quick try.
They need to hustle. They need to go now. Oh,
Siemens
costly
loses it.
turnover.
Here comes GP. Macaulay, he had a big stop on the previous one possession off Sammy. And now there's another whistle. And substitution violation, I believe.
No, it was once you're down under 2 minutes, you have to stay within the box.
Oh, I see.
And so he stepped outside the box, so it automatically gives Snohomish the ball.
And where
back.
is the box on the 30 or 35? Where is it?
It's the numbers.
The numbers, where the numbers are.
Yeah.
Okay. Since we don't have lines, and that's another problem here in the state of Washington, Western Washington. A lot of the fields that are available don't have lacrosse lines. Another big check. It ends up in 10. And Hudson, another stop by Vitale. Hudson Smith right there thought he had him moved, and that will do it. Glacier Peak ends up winning this year 5-2 over the Snohomish Panthers.
That was a great game. That was a really good defensive, hard-fought game.
Spoken like a true defensive guy. Who are you going to pick for our Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game?
I got to go with the goalie. he was the backbone for them
All
that
right.
made them keep going.
Gabe Vitale will be our Adrenaline Fundraiser Play of the Game. We'll have him up here. We'll do an interview. And we will, number 18 in blue, we'll have him up. And we'll have a quick interview with Gabe Vitale. You want to do the interview?
Sure.
No, I know. He got headsets.
Oh, I was like, man, you want me to do this?
So 5-2, the final here, Glacier Peak.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
All right. Gabe Vitale, our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game. Quite a night. Talk about how you felt about tonight's game.
Oh, I mean, you know, it didn't go exactly how we wanted. Obviously, we wanted to push the ball more, get more goals, but I'm super proud of my defenders. You know, I got to thank God for my talents. Got to thank coaches for coaching a good game, and you know, I'm just super proud that we didn't get in over our head. We didn't get too chippy. Obviously, these games can get really, really chippy, but I just love the culture of these games, and I'm super proud that you guys selected me as this player. So
yeah,
thank you.
unofficially, 25 shots, 2 goals and 25 shots. Michael here, Scheidler, he's the one who picked you.
Yeah.
You got to give him all the things. What do you got for?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries, dude. What in-game adjustments did you guys make to make up for their speed and the way that they moved the ball?
You know, honestly, we really didn't change anything defensively. Obviously, we just had those. I think the first 2 goals were scored in the first quarter, and we knew that it really wasn't because of anything particular. Obviously, the first thing I gave up just a dumb one on the crease. Second one was one I probably could have gotten, and neither of those were really the fault of the defense. We just, you know, got a little out of it. It's lacrosse; they're gonna score, and we stuck to what we knew, and I mean, we pulled it out.
Yeah. When's the last time you've been in a 3-2 game going down with 2 minutes left to go in the game?
5th grade.
It's gotta be a while.
Yeah. 5th grade.
Well, we got a T-shirt for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely, hold it up right here.
Hey, thank
Dave
you.
Vitale, finally the goalie gets the player of the game. Enough of these attackmen, right? Score
Yeah,
all the points.
I get all the points.
Smile right there into the camera. We'll get that. Our STSPN Adrenaline Fundraiser, player of the game. Hey, congratulations. You got a whole season. You're going to see these guys April 18th again, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were here last year. You knew what it's like to
Oh,
go
yeah.
deep
Oh,
and
yeah.
get to that quarterfinal, right? To
Uh-huh.
play the big boys.
Yep.
You think you got the squad to play one more time?
Yep, I do. I think, so long as we play our ball, we don't play down, we don't beat ourselves. Last week we played Bellevue and we beat ourselves, I think. And if we play our game, if we play what Coach Rex, what Coach Nick, all of our coaches, if we do what they tell of us, yeah, we can go the distance.
All right, look out. Memorial Day, Starfire Complex in Tequila.
Oh, yeah.
You might see this guy between the pipes. All right, for Michael Scheidler, Scott Oshman, Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig, 5-2 Glacier Peak over Snohomish. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.